Hey, this is Traver Boehm with One Day Stronger. I'm also the author of the new book on Amazon, Today I Rise: How to Overcome the Gut-Wrenching Pain of Your Breakup or Divorce and Start to Reclaim Your Life. So I want to talk to you a little bit about my book today. Actually, let me take a step back. If you are going through the heartbreak of a breakup or a divorce, I am so sorry for the experience you're having. It is one of the loneliest experiences of your life. So just know first off that there's someone else out there there's a ton of people actually who are going through what you're going through, and I was one of them. Yeah, let me take a wild guess as to what you're going through. You're starving, but you can't eat. You're exhausted, but you can't sleep. Every minute you feel like you're gonna throw up, or you do throw up. You can be having a perfectly good day and then in a heartbeat see something, hear something, smell something, and the next 3 days you're useless. You can't find stuff. You lose your keys, you lose your wallet, you forget appointments, you're useless at work. You literally count every second of the day to see if maybe one of them is pain-free. Does that sound anything like what you're going through? Yeah. Am I psychic? Magic powers? No, it's just honest. This is the exact shit I went through. This is stuff that I had trouble finding anybody else admitting that they went through. So I threw it all in the book. It's just brutally honest about my situation, other people's situation, but how people have used it to change their lives. I wrote this book for you. I wrote this book because the day I found out I was getting divorced, I'm a logical guy. I'm an athlete. People have been telling me what to do since I was 4 years old. So I Googled, how do I survive my divorce? Like, that's the base level. I was like, I don't know. What do I do here? Literally, what do I do? Someone tell me what to do. And the overwhelming amount of crap and utter nonsense that I found was mind-boggling. I mean, absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, most of the advice was spiritual bypass, which means like everything happens for a reason, and this is just part of your path. So enjoy it and know that you're growing and that there's angels looking out for you and yada yada. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this happened for a reason. It might have happened for 50 reasons. I really don't give a shit about that. I want to know what to do right now other than pretend that it's a really, really good thing. And I mean, I remember some article on, I think Vogue or Cosmo, because they don't write this shit for guys, was take more baths. Like, I'm sorry, do you want me to take more baths? Like sitting in a bathtub in hot water? That's the advice you have for me? My entire future plan, the woman I expected to spend the rest of my life with, the children I thought we were going to raise, the house we were going to live in, the work we were going to do together in the world, that entire story, gone, and you want me to take a fucking bath? Okay. So this lack of information sent me on a 2.5 year odyssey of therapy, of men's groups, of workshops, seminars, books, videos, courses, studying with people, interviewing thousands of people that have gone through divorce or breakup and asking questions, sitting in the dark, like pitch black dark for 28 days by myself to try to get to know myself better. I literally, ayahuasca, survival training, like you name it, I did it. And the culmination of that was grasping what I was going through and how to then best use it. And of course, while this was all happening, people started reaching out to me and saying, because I made it all public. So people were reaching out to me saying, it seems like you're doing okay in your divorce. Actually, you're being really honest about it. So can you help me? And I had one friend whose husband got up one day and decided to walk out. And I made a commitment to her that I would talk to her every day. So every morning I would write her an email and I would tell her a little bit of my story about what I went through. And I would give her something that I had learned, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation, and then an action step to change other areas of her life, to up-level, to make herself into the woman she always wanted to be but just didn't seem like she could. So this book is 90 daily letters for you to read. For you, for the person that just woke up and found out that their life is now completely different. For the heartbroken. For those of you that are already divorced but are still dealing with the pain of it, even if it was 20 years ago. This is the deal with pain, the pain of a breakup or a divorce. It's not going anywhere. So any book that you see that says like how to get rid of magically the pain of your divorce or the pain of your breakup and everything's hunky-dory in 48 hours, they're lying to you. So if it's not going anywhere and it's going to be immense, why don't we use it? That's the premise of my book. The pain is here, it's not going anywhere, but we have the opportunity to use it because pain is an extraordinary fuel source. I believe that wholeheartedly. I actually know that now, 2.5 years later. It is an extraordinary fuel source which we can tap into and use to create amazing change in our lives. So I've had dozens and dozens of people read this book and email me back or find me and tell me about how they've changed their life using it. I've had people get sober. I've had people lose 20 or 30 pounds. I've had people just do the simple step of, hey, stay off social media for a month. And 3 days later, I get an email saying, this is the first time in 6 months I've been able to breathe. Last night was the first night in 8 months I was able to sleep. Just these little changes, just these little shifts, just understanding the 5 stages of grief, understanding the 5 love languages, knowing the difference between a pursuer and a distancer, realizing that your ex is most likely lying to you, when to cut off contact, how to deal with family members, how to deal with other weddings and social events. All of these things are covered, and they're covered to help you keep your head just above water. Because guess what? The situation is going to plunge you back down. But if you can get your head just above water, then you can start to do some work. You can take a breath. You can catch your breath. You can start to reframe the situation and reframe, not bypass, but say, okay, this really shitty thing happened to me. I can't change that. No book, no text, no YouTube video, no movie can go back and unbreak you up. It can't unfuck your relationship or unfuck your marriage. But what it can do is say, okay, from this day forward, I now get to make choices every single day about how I use this, or let it use me. I get to adopt the attitude that I have that says today, no matter how shitty it is, no matter how hard it is, it's going to make me stronger. Even if it hurts, especially if it hurts. I believe with my whole heart that a breakup or a divorce is one of the greatest opportunities that we're presented with. It doesn't make it less shitty. But they're shitty with nothing to do afterwards or nowhere to go but sit in the shittiness. And they're shitty that says, oh, thank God. Because I'm going to use all of that shit as fuel. And I'm going to change my entire life. I'm going to rewrite the stories that are laid out in front of me. I'm going to make all the changes that I've always wanted to, but just haven't been able to. That is why I called the book Today I Rise. And that is why I want you to read it and to apply it and to share it if you're going through this situation of a heartbreak or a divorce. Today I Rise, available now on Amazon.